Good morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today driving through the Route 66 sign in Grants, New Mexico. Today's verse is 1 Peter 4:19. Therefore, those who also suffer according to the will of God shall entrust their souls to a faithful Creator in doing what is right. Well, this is the capstone, the summation of all that Peter has been going through in this chapter, that yes, there is suffering in the Christian life. Yes, it's worth it. Of course, we don't want to suffer for the wrong reasons, for murder or theft or being a busybody. But if we are doing what the Spirit is leading us to do, doing God's work, and we suffer a human loss, a little money, something's broken, our time is wasted, someone doesn't show appreciation, things like that. Yes, it'll seem like suffering from a human point of view, but the trade-off is so much better, just so much better. And it says today that we can entrust our souls to Him. This process is sanctification. He is making us more and more into His image. And for that to happen, we have to burn off the flesh. And that could be painful sometimes, and there's suffering involved in that. Well, let's look at a couple of cross references here. How about 2 Timothy 1:12. For this reason I also suffer these things, but I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and I am convinced that He is able to guard what I have entrusted to Him until that day. Well, this comes from Paul. It's almost identical, at least in meaning, to what Peter has written. So they were definitely in agreement that, yes, there's suffering, but boy, there is quite the reward, and it's worth it to put our trust in Him. But there's an even better verse that Paul has written in Philippians 3:7 and also 8. It says, but whatever things were gain to me, those things I have counted as loss for the sake of Christ. All right, more than that, I count all things to be lost in view of the surpassing value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and count them but rubbish, so that I may gain Christ. So when Paul ends up loving Jesus more than anyone else or anything else, he says, you could have my pocketbook, you could have my politics, you could have my marital status, you could have my sexuality, you can have my nationality, you could have my diet, you could have my RV, you could have my dreams, you could have everything that defines me as a human being. I willingly give it to you. And compared to what I get back, it's all rubbish anyway. The Lord's going to possibly take some of those away, and that may feel like suffering. He might not take everything away, but He's likely to take some things if they get in our way of walking with Him. Of course, He may not. He may even add to our stuff. I don't know. He knows what's best for us, and He'll go after that. Now, back to our main verse. I don't normally do this, but today I'm going to end on a poem. Let's see if I can find this. It says, God hath not promised skies always blue, flower-strewn pathways all our lives through. God hath not promised sun without rain, joy without sorrow, peace without pain. God hath not promised we shall not know toil and temptation, trouble and woe. He hath not told us we shall not bear many a burden, many a care. God hath not promised smooth roads and wide, swift, easy travel, needing no guide. Never a mountain rocky and steep, never a river turbid and deep. But God hath promised strength for the day, rest for the laborer, light for the way, grace for the trials, help from above, unfailing sympathy, undying love. Isn't that beautiful? So let's choose to love every moment, and then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average Rutch, and I hope you have a great week.